Welcome back to my channel, and here are another week's worth of our meals. So we're going to start off with fish, rice, and roasted vegetables. This is kind of a staple in my house. This was not the best quality of fish, I'm gonna tell you that now. That salmon I will never buy again. Tony said the tilapia was good, but I'm more of a wild caught fresh girl, and I didn't see any of that, and the fish that I did see was way overpriced, so I was being cheap and your girl paid for it. But anyway, if you can tell by the color of this fish, it was very pale, so I just know it needed some extra love, and what I mean by that is some extra seasoning. So I did a pepper medley, which I season everything with, some garlic powder, that's some onion salt from Trader Joe's, and I'm going to hit it with a healthy hand of, I think that's Miss Dash, and then I go in with my Cajun seasoning. The oil that you saw me put down on the pan was avocado oil, which I absolutely love. It's a healthy fat oil. I put a little bit on top, and you want to massage all that goodness into whatever protein, I don't care what meat you're cooking, you need to massage in the seasoning. And good Lord, please season both sides of whatever you're cooking. I don't know why people just put seasoning on the top like it's just going to penetrate the meat. It's not. It's not going to penetrate nothing, sis. You got to flip that thing over and go ahead and season both sides. Look at the color of this salmon. Like, ooh, I'm just thankful I did not get sick. This was farm raised, and again, like, I just didn't like the color of this, but I was not gonna waste the food. I seasoned it with the exact same things. This fillet actually had the skin on the bottom, which is why I'm not gonna season both sides, because I take that off obviously after it cooks. But yeah, healthy dose of seasoning, because I was really scared that I was gonna get sick off this fish. It turned out really good, but I won't repurchase. I like my fish wild, not farm raised, and I need it to be a lot bright, more pink than what that was looking like. I'm the type of person that I absolutely adore any kind of roasted vegetables. 9 times out of 10 I always have either mini peppers or bell peppers in my house, so I just decided to cut these up and just roast them along with my fish. It's also a great way to do a sheet pan meal, so to speak, because I put everything in the same pan that I'm roasting or baking my fish in, and it's just an easy cleanup. It's just, one-stop shopping. And I basically did mini peppers, onions, I like big chunks of onions, and cherry tomatoes, and I just roasted this with the salmon, drizzled some more oil, and of course seasoned the vegetables. But yeah, I am a big fan of roasting vegetables, y'all. I'll be right here. I swear that I'll stay here with you. Hold me closer. I want to stay here with you. All that we have is each other now. I promise I won't leave your side. And look how pretty it turned out. I don't know, I just love food that has a good presentation, and I thought this was a very good presentation. I just put as many vegetables as I could fit on that pan. This is Tony's tilapia. She don't, she weird with the vegetables, but both of these went in the oven at the same time. This is a shot of my clean rinsed off rice. I usually put a little bit salt and pepper and a little bit of oil in it while I put it in my Instapot. The best way to make rice, y'all, is in the Instapot or a rice cooker. I don't know why I can never do it on the stove, but this is how it turned out. Again, this is something me and Tony have at least 2 to 3 times a month. We're big fish eaters, and yeah, it was a very hearty meal. So me and Tony are into the zero sugar drinks, and this by far is my favorite, the Pepsi Cherry. Tastes bomb. If you didn't know, get you some. Okay, and moving along to our next meal, it is going to be fake Chipotle bowls. I ran across this online, this Tyson blackened chicken strips, and I just didn't know what really to do with them. And Tony is a big fan of Chipotle. We are watching what we eat, so we just went ahead and decided to do, well, I went ahead and decided to do some fake Chipotle bowls. I'm gonna put black beans, rice, of course the chicken, some salsa, some of those sauteed, bell peppers and onions they have at the restaurant, and cilantro to garnish on top. I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't look at any recipes. I just basically, winged it. That's usually how that's how I used to rinse off my white long grain rice. I have now been purchased a cylinder that Tony got me with a handle. So that's how I rinse it off. That's how the meat looked. It looked kind of crusty. I was scared, y'all, because it looked a little freezer burnt. But I went ahead and put that in the oven just at 350. Those are my onions and bell peppers. That's the corn I cooked. And those are the black beans. And this is the bowl, y'all. This was really good, really simple, took no time at all, and a really affordable meal. I would highly recommend doing this. And the next meal we had were low-fat tacos. If you watch my channel, you know tacos are in heavy rotation. No, we don't have children. We're just big toddlers, and we like our tacos, okay? Don't hate. I just showed the Jenny O ground turkey, and it was 98% fat-free, which is great. I also picked up these wheat tortillas. I think they're gluten-free. They were from Trader Joe's. They're only 45 calories. Super good. And this is my favorite taco mix, also from Trader Joe's. We're really trying to watch what we eat, so yeah. If you have cooked ground turkey, you know it needs love, y'all. So I always put a healthy fat, either avocado oil, or sometimes I use grapeseed oil, or even extra virgin olive oil. I definitely sauteed some onions, and I'm going to season this before putting on the taco mix with pepper, and I believe I put a little bit of paprika in here, and then the taco mix. Turkey, our ground turkey, is a very, very dry meat, okay? Very dry. So you have to add some kind of oil. Might as well be healthy, and you want to heavily season it. That's a theme in my channel, y'all. Do not be afraid of seasoning. Do you see how much seasoning is on that daggone meat? But I'm just trying to help y'all. Certain meats require it. That's a heavy, I believe a teaspoon I used of minced garlic. Again, it needs all the help that it can get. And this is just your regular, or my regular schmegular tacos. Here they are in their glory. Your girl put a little bit of low-fat cheese. I cut up big chunks of cherry tomatoes and onions and cilantro, and I will top it with that homemade salsa. And yeah, it was a good meal. Came out pretty nice. Our next meal is going to be air fryer chicken, cabbage, rice, and shells and cheese. So love fried cabbage, so I used bell peppers. I threw in some carrots just because I wanted to get as much vegetables as I can. I went ahead and seasoned and marinated my meat the night before, so that's why it's in a Ziploc bag. And I wanted to show you, I ordered off of Amazon this starter kit for the Instant Pot. Came with all kind of stuff, y'all. It was so cheap. It was only $10. Came with both of those racks as well, and that's what I'm going to use to fry all my chicken in my air fryer. So that's my big old air fryer. It does everything. It's a pressure cooker, you name it, rice cooker, bomb. So I went ahead and took a towel full of, well, not full, of some olive oil on it. I went ahead and greased that pot so nothing would stick, and you see me just taking the chicken from the bag. See how seasoned my meat is? Do you see all that seasoning, girl? It was so good. But I will leave in the description box. Well, actually, if you guys leave a comment and you want to know what I season my chicken with, go ahead and leave a comment. I'll be happy to answer you. But the reason why I ordered initially that starter kit is because I wanted 2 racks. If you can see me putting the other one on top, because every time I fry something in my Instant Pot, I have to do it kind of in sessions, because I like to cook and have leftovers for the next day. So this was a great addition to my kitchen gadgets or tools, just because when I cook something, I only have to do it once. So boom, that's how it looked, y'all. so let's talk cabbage. I cooked a whole head of cabbage, y'all. I always take off the first layer just because, you know, people have been touching it. You know, I'm a germaphobe. I know the germs will kill off, you know, when you cook it, but it's all in my head. But anyway, I always take off the first layer, and usually those are kind of wilted anyway. So I just go ahead and get a big chunk, and then I try to slice it somewhat thin in long strands. A lot of people sleep on cabbage. It is such a great, fulfilling vegetable. I'm such a vegetable girl. I love me some fried cabbage. I like boiled cabbage. I'm a cabbage freak. But if you can see, I went ahead after I diced and sliced my cabbage. I put it in that glass bowl behind me, and I put 2 parts water, 1 part vinegar to further clean it and sterilize it. I think that's very important that you wash your produce. Then I'm going to go ahead and cut up an onion. I think I used about 1/3 of an onion. I did those in kind of chunky strips. I am a girl that likes to, you know, I like to know that there's onions in my meal. Some people cut them a little thinner than me, but again, to your preference. I also threw in some shredded carrots, and then I cut up, I believe, a yellow and red bell pepper, kind of in the same way I'm doing my onions, and I will fry that all together with my cabbage. Okay. So, rice-a-roni. I don't see a problem with it. I usually don't get this flavor. I usually just get wild rice, but I tried this one. It turned out pretty good. I should have read the instructions. I was supposed to brown the rice, and I didn't, and it was a little light skin. It was still good, but a little light for my taste, I know, for the next time. But do y'all like rice-a-roni or box rices, or is that just me? But I grew up on that. My mama used to sometimes make that, so I don't know. It's kind of brings me back to my childhood a little bit. No, it looks like a lot, but you know, with leafy greens like that, they always cook down to almost nothing. So I went ahead and showed you the rice-a-roni. In a couple minutes, boom, there go my cabbage. It's halfway done. Y'all, this cabbage was the business. I had this for lunch the next day, just the cabbage. That's how good this was. I did go ahead and put a little bit of minced garlic in it. Y'all know I love me some minced garlic, so just to, you know, take it up another notch, I put that in there, and here's how it turned out. I have my fried chicken cabbage, the light skin rice, and that is shells and cheese. I got it from Trader Joe's. I refuse to call it mac and cheese because mac and cheese, you know, it's cooked in the oven. That is not mac and cheese. That's shells and cheese. It was alright. I read up about it, and you know, people raved about it. It's called the Hatch mac and cheese, but it's really shells and cheese, y'all. Guys enjoyed, go ahead and leave me a thumbs up. Be sure to leave me a comment and subscribe if you haven't already. Until next time, besties. Bye.